Hello, wonderful fans of Sonia and Maurice. Welcome once again to Gist World TV. Please be nice to subscribe if it's your first time here. So, I know some people will come against me in the comment section after saying this, but the truth be told, when you watch Maurice's performances with Sonia versus without her, there's a clear difference. The emotional depth he brings out when she's around isn't something you can just explain away. It's there in every scene, every interview, every project they do together. I've gone back and rewatched some of his earlier work, and honestly, while he's always been talented, there's something extra when Sonia is involved. It's like she unlocks a part of him that other co-stars can't reach. The vulnerability, the rawness, the way he completely immerses himself in emotional scenes, it all seems to amplify when they share the screen. You can argue about it all you want, but the proof is right there in the performances. This isn't just my opinion. It's something anyone can see if they actually pay attention to the work instead of just the headlines and gossip. And for those who believe or are saying that Maurice rejected Sonia years back, or Maurice can't have anything to do with Sonia in future, you're literally stuck on old gossip. Times change, people change, and whatever happened before clearly doesn't matter now. Their current dynamic speaks louder than any rumor from the past. Think about it. How many of you are still the same person you were 5 or 10 years ago? Exactly. People evolve, feelings change, circumstances shift, and holding on to one old story like it defines everything is just silly at this point. What matters is what's happening right now, today in real time. And right now, these two have something that works incredibly well for both of them. Whether that rejection story was even true in the first place is questionable, but even if it was, clearly they've moved past it. Adults do that, they grow, they forgive, they build new connections based on who they are now, not who they used to be. It means you guys don't even know what is going on. Because one bigger truth is that Sonia has genuinely influenced Maurice's career trajectory in ways people refuse to acknowledge. From the roles he chooses to how he approaches his craft, her impact is written all over his recent success. This isn't coincidence. Look at the timeline of his career growth, and you'll see it lines up perfectly with when they started working together more frequently. I'm not saying Maurice isn't talented on his own. He absolutely is. But having someone like Sonia in his corner has clearly elevated things to another level. She's been there during some of his biggest career decisions. And from what I've observed, she's always encouraging him to aim higher, to take risks, to not play it safe. That kind of support system is invaluable in this industry where everyone is competing and trying to tear each other down. Instead, these two lift each other up, and Maurice's success reflects that positive influence. Brand endorsements. Both have seen a massive spike in solo brand deals. Techno for Sonia, Tommy his figure for Maurice, and it's directly tied to how popular they became together. Their joint fan base made them individually more valuable. So no one should come and start underestimating Sonia's presence in Maurice's life when the receipts are right there. These aren't small local brands either. We're talking major international companies that do serious research before signing anyone. They saw the numbers, they saw the engagement, they saw how those two together created a massive following, and they decided both were worth investing in separately. That's the real tea right there. The marketing teams at these companies aren't stupid. They know exactly what they're doing, and they recognize that the popularity Maurice and Sonia built together translated into individual star power. It's basic business, and the fact that both of them are now landing these premium deals proves that their connection has real commercial value beyond just the projects they work on together. Maurice and Sonia encourage each other to take on more challenging and villainous roles to show their range, and this is the power of genuine connection. When you have someone in your corner who believes in your talent and pushes you beyond your comfort zone, that's when real growth happens. That's what they have. I've noticed in recent interviews that both of them talk about wanting to break out of being typecast, wanting to play darker characters, wanting to show audiences they can do more than the typical roles they've been given. And guess what? They're both actually doing it now. Maurice has been taking on more complex characters with moral ambiguity, and Sonia has been doing the same. That doesn't just happen randomly. That comes from having conversations with someone who understands your vision and encourages you to chase it. Most people in this industry are too focused on their own careers to genuinely invest in someone else's growth. But these two seem to actually care about each other's artistic development, and that's rare. The truth be told, Sonia's presence helps Maurice bring out his most emotional acting performances, and I've watched enough of his work to see the pattern. There's something about their collaboration that unlocks a different side of him. Maybe it's trust, maybe it's chemistry, but whatever it is, it shows up on screen every single time. I'm talking about those scenes where you can literally see the emotion in his eyes, where you forget you're watching an actor, and you just feel what the character is feeling. Those moments happen way more frequently when Sonia is in the picture. And it's not just romantic scenes either. I'm talking about dramatic confrontations, heartbreak scenes, even subtle moments of quiet reflection. Maurice has always been capable of good acting, but with Sonia, he reaches another level entirely. It's like she creates this safe space where he can be completely vulnerable without judgment, and that vulnerability translates into performances that stay with you long after the credits roll. And for those who believe the relationship is just professional and nothing more, it means you guys don't even know what is going on behind the scenes. The way they support each other's decisions, celebrate each other's wins, and show up consistently, that's not regular colleague behavior. Their connection off-screen is not ordinary, period. I've seen countless co-stars who work together and then barely acknowledge each other once the cameras stop rolling. But Maurice and Sonia, they are constantly supporting each other's solo projects, commenting on each other's achievements, showing up at events for each other. That level of consistent support speaks to something deeper than just two people who happen to work together sometimes. You don't maintain that kind of presence in someone's life unless there's a genuine bond there, whether it's a deep friendship or something more. I can't say for certain, but what I can say is that it's definitely not just a professional relationship where they clock in and clock out. Brand endorsements aside, look at the box office numbers, the streaming views, the social media engagement when they work together versus apart. Both have seen a massive spike in everything, and denying that their partnership is the catalyst is just being stubborn. The data is clear. When they're in a project together, it trends higher, gets more views, generates more conversation, and performs better commercially. When they're in separate projects, they still do well because they're talented, but numbers aren't quite at the same level. This isn't shade to either of them individually, it's just fact. Their combined star power creates something bigger than the sum of its parts. Fans want to see them together, and that demand translates directly into success. Studios know this, producers know this, and I'm pretty sure Maurice and Sonia know this too. The industry runs on numbers, and their numbers together are consistently impressive, which is exactly why people need to stop acting like Sonia's role in Maurice's success is insignificant. Maurice and Sonia encourage each other to take on more challenging projects, and this is the power of genuine connection that's built to last. They're not just riding a temporary wave of popularity, they're strategically building their brands and their careers together, and smart people can see that. The choices they're making now are setting them up for longevity in an industry where most people flame out after a few years. They're diversifying their portfolios, taking on different genres, working with respected directors, and making moves that show they're thinking about where they want to be 5-10 years from now, and they're doing it while supporting each other's individual growth. That's not accidental. That's intentional career planning with someone who genuinely wants to see you succeed. Most partnerships in this industry are transactional and short-lived, But what Maurice and Sonia are building looks like it has real staying power. They're investing in each other's futures, and that investment is already paying off. So whether anyone is against this or not, the truth be told, we're witnessing something special between these two. Whether it stays professional or becomes something more, the bottom line is they make each other better. And honestly, that's all that should matter to us as fans. We get better performances, better content, better interviews. Everything improves when you're together. Instead of trying to tear it down or create drama where there might not be any, why not just appreciate the quality of work they're producing? At the end of the day, we're the ones who benefit from their connection because it translates into entertainment that's actually worth watching. So, whether you ship them romantically or just respect them as colleagues, you can't deny that what they have is working incredibly well. Let them continue doing what they're doing because clearly it's a winning formula for everyone involved, them and us. So guys, that's all I have for now. Have a lovely day and stay blessed.